the Constellation Andromeda and Drake Corsair. These are two remarkably powerful ships in the large size category. Over the past few months, they've become almost equivalent in performance. Yet the question remains, what makes them unique and how do they differ? Many players ask which one is better, but I prefer to ask, in what way is each ship unique? And no, I am not here to argue against players' preference. Both ships have their fans and both ships have their uses. The first most obvious difference is of course their design. They are not in any way looking the same. Corsair, known for its asymmetrical layout, it's also got 3 wings, 2 on the left and 1 on the right, with a body that is slightly offset. This gives it a distinctive silhouette, unlike 90% of the other ships in game, which are pretty much symmetrical. And just like that, Andromeda is a symmetrical ship. It lacks traditional wings, but has certain slabs close to the front of the body. It also has 4 thrusters in the rear, which give it the main thrust. The landing gear is also positioned in the rear, which is rather uncommon. Visually, they clearly stand apart and bring very different identities to the field. With the weapons loadout, they do differ a bit. Corsair has 4 size 4 and 2 size 5 pilot-controlled weapons, 3 turrets each with 2 size 2 weapons, and 8 size 3 missiles, so it's pretty powerful. While the Andromeda has 4 size 5 pilot-controlled weapons, 2 dual size 3 turrets, 24 size 2 and 28 size 1 missiles, plus a P-52 snob with 2 size 1s and 1 size 2 weapon. So it's a heck of a missile platform. When comparing the raw pilot firepower, Corsair has the edge in damage. More weapons directly controlled by the pilot, leading to a potential 20% higher damage output over time. But when fully manned, the Andromeda might actually have an advantage here. As the pilot controls less firepower, the turrets are positioned ideally to focus forward because they are both positioned above and below the cockpit, and the snob can cause extra harm, perhaps even pull away focus from the other turrets. In the maneuverability sector, both ships handle the same with equal maneuverability. This means neither has a clear advantage when it comes to tracking targets or maintaining weapons on target during dogfights. However, I do want to note that their maneuverability for large ships is actually pretty decent, since there are large ships which do have poorer maneuverability, so these are more likely to keep their focus on targets. Next, the durability and survivability. Here's where the Andromeda pulls ahead. It has almost twice the health compared to the Corsair. Both ships share the same shield size. Both ships' hit profile is roughly the same size. Corsair might appear smaller from the front, but its wings make it larger when viewed from the side or from top or below. Andromeda maintains its uniform profile, making it a bit more predictably defensive, I would say. The deeper look at components layout also reveals some trade-offs. Andromeda's pilot's weapons are attached to the rear thrusters, which can break off under heavy fire. Corsair's 4 size 4 nose-mounted weapons are pretty safe, but while losing wings it can also lose those 2 size 5s. The health is also spread across modules, so the Andromeda has more modules, more parts, more thrusters, while the Corsair has less. That is kind of an explanation why the Andromeda has more health. But even that in mind, it can take a serious beating, and that's why I think it will win here. Now, the weapon placement and firing arcs. This is a bit more interesting. Corsair, most of its firepower is nose-mounted, allowing for precise targeting with minimal blind spots. Easier to use for newer players or during fast-paced fights. Yes, there are 2 weapons attached to the wings, which are a bit more fixed, so they're slightly more troublesome, as they're further behind and can break off along with the wing. For Andromeda, pilot's weapons are mounted on their rear thrusters, which means parts of the ship's body may be obscuring the fire. And since the body is long stretched out, there are some arcs which literally stop you from firing because the body is in the way. I feel like the Corsair's design makes it more comfortable and reliable in constant combat situations, while also using free fire. For other tools and special or support features, Corsair has a special elevator that can move either below or top of the ship. Weak point perhaps can be a bit rare because there might be a little blind spot down there, but other than that it's actually pretty well covered. As for Andromeda, it has better top and bottom turret coverage, but lacks full rear defense. But advantage is the snuff fighter that extends its flexibility, patrol range and rear cover when needed. I think they both have their ups and downs here with special and unique features, so I'm not gonna really rate them on this. As for the cargo and interior layout, Andromeda has 96 SCU cargo unit capacity. This large cargo bay can actually fit some of the armored personnel carriers or large two-wheeled vehicles. It cannot fit a tank or some ballista-like vehicle. It has a clearly functional layout with simple accommodations. Corsair, on the other hand, has 72 cargo unit capacity, fits smaller vehicles, features an onboard armory, which is pretty large, and separate rooms for each crew member. I think Andromeda wins here for transport practicality, while the Corsair has a bit more personality and utility built into it. The most unique feature of either ship has to be the elevator for the Corsair, allowing actually to exit on top, so get a better layout and deny access to your ship, while the Andromeda has the special snob fighter, which is not common to any other ship. While they share power plants and coolers and have few design similarities, these two ships ultimately serve slightly different audience. Corsair is ideal for combat-oriented pilots with easier weapon handling and more direct damage potential. Andromeda offers greater durability, cargo space, and mission flexibility, making it a better option for multi-role gameplay. They're both very solid choices, it just depends on your goals. If I missed anything, I'm sure someone will let me know down in the comments below. And as I said in the beginning, this is just my take on these two of the most beautiful large size ships which I have flown and enjoyed both very much. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching!